Okay, this is part one of the Unit 2 review. Okay, question number one, describe some key discoveries in the history of electricity. On this one, you could have numerous examples that you could have, but some of the key ones you should uh, probably list are something like Alessandro Volta's voltaic pile in 1796, the invention of the Tesla coil by Nikola Tesla in 1891, the first telephone invented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. Um, and if you listed those or others, you should be able to explain why those are so important. Question number two, how did people in the past get heat and light into their homes? So in the past, fire and natural light were the primary sources of heat and light in homes in the past. Question number three, describe an experiment that you could do to demonstrate how static electricity causes an attraction between two items. So you could use any of the experiments that we did throughout the unit. So rubbing your feet on carpet and touching something, or rubbing a balloon against your head and putting it against the wall and having it stick there. Okay, question number four. What is the rule about static charges? The rule is that opposite charges attract and like charges repel. Question number five. Briefly describe how lightning is produced during a thunderstorm. What are some of the ways we use static electricity? Okay, so lightning is produced when charges in the cloud are attracted to opposite charges in the ground or in neighboring clouds. Static electricity is used in photocopiers and laser printers, but also in such items that you use every day, such as dust mops and air filters. Question number six. Describe a situation in your life where both static and current electricity could be observed at the same time. Start your description with the following. As I walked into my house. Okay, so you could have varying answers for this, but for example, you could have, I walked into my house, I turned on the lights while pulling off my toque and saw that my hair was standing up. Question number seven. How has electricity changed the way Canadians live their daily lives? It should reflect a lot of the positives electricity has brought. So we have heat, we have light in our houses, improved communication, telephones, satellites, computers. Life definitely is easier. Like I imagine most of you in your homes have microwaves to warm up food or flashlights that you can use. Question number eight. Identify three renewable and three non-renewable energy resources. Write a description of how society uses one of each of those resources. Okay, so renewable energy resources. One could be hydroelectricity, which comes from water flowing over a dam to generate electricity. Solar energy comes from radiation from the sun to create an electrical current. Geothermal energy comes from heated water and air that rotate a generator. Wind energy comes from using the wind to turn a generator. Biomass energy comes from organic waste that's used as a fuel to make steam to turn a generator. Non-renewable energy resources are items such as nuclear power, coal, and natural gas. All three resources are used as a direct heat source or an indirect source which uses or creates a heating of water to create steam to rotate a generator. We use most of these resources as energy sources to rotate generators that make electricity. So when you did your list, you might have the advantages or disadvantages of all those. So even like I said before, the non-renewable resources do have disadvantages as well. Question number 9. Look back at the references and pictures in the book and name two electricity generating facilities in Saskatchewan. Where are they? What kind of energy sources do they use to make electricity? So the ones that pop into my mind immediately are the Poplar River Electrical Generating Station at Coronach and the Shan Power Plant in Estevan. Both of those plants use coal to heat water to create steam, and which in turn generators that produce electricity. Another one you might have is the Gardner Dam at Lake Diefenbaker, which produces hydroelectric power. So the water flowing through the lake and river turn the generators and produce electricity. Number 10, how do electricity generating plants affect the environment? What is their benefit for the people of Saskatchewan? Okay, so most of our generating plants in Saskatchewan that we're primarily using right now are coal powered. So they do produce a tremendous amount of energy for us, and it's produced very cheaply. Now, it does have a negative benefit as well because it does produce a tremendous amount of carbon dioxide. Now, in 2030, our coal plants are supposed to be shut down, and we're trying to move to less polluting power generating systems in Saskatchewan. Just right now, currently at Moose Jaw, they are producing a natural gas powered electrical generation plant. Now, natural gas is a fossil fuel, but it produces less carbon dioxide. We're also producing more wind energy in Saskatchewan and solar energy as well. Unfortunately, we don't have as many advantages when it comes to hydroelectric production in southern Saskatchewan. So right now we are actually making more connections with Manitoba to buy electricity from them. Question number 11. How does most of Saskatchewan receive electricity? Most of Saskatchewan receives its energy from hydroelectric and coal powered power plants. Question number 12. What are some examples of ways electricity is transferred into other forms of energy? Electricity is transformed into light, heat, sound, motion, and magnetic energy sources. Question number 13. What is a circuit? A circuit is a circular path in which electrical currents flow. Question number 14. Will circuits A, B, C, and D work? Okay, 14A will not work because the batteries are connected incorrectly. The first battery needs to be reversed. 14B, it will work. C, it will not work because the switch is open. And in D, it will work. Question 15. What is a conductor? What are some materials that make good conductors? A conductor is a material that will allow electricity to flow through it. Examples of good conductors are metals such as copper and aluminum, and also substances such as salt water.